And hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Dragon Ball Super Review, episode 125, guys, with imposing presence. God of Destruction Toppo descends. Alright, guys, initial reactions, pretty good level. Definitely way better than episode 123, or was it? Yeah, definitely better than episode 123. I didn't do a review last time, episode 124, but I thought that was a pretty good episode too. Um, but this episode did start off a little slow for me. But in the end, I was just, God damn, Toppo. Toppo in this episode redeemed himself for me. The whole time in this super arc, especially in Tournament of Power, um, Toppo and his justice has been getting really annoying to me, guys. I'm not sure if you guys feel the same way. Um, there has been times where he lets go of justice, but he goes back to it, and like the next episode. Um, but when we get there, I'll discuss about it. But yeah, this episode was pretty good, really good actually. So a lot to talk about. So basically, we start off with Goku and Vegeta still taking on Jiren, and it's Vegeta powered. Currently, this is Vegeta at his max, and this is Goku at his max, but not really, because depending on how you view Ultra Instinct, is it stronger than Kaioken times 20, or just his defense? But that's another video for another time. So we see Goku and Vegeta holding up against their own, but doing basically no damage to Jiren. And they're just curious to know, are these guys we have Krillins are like they're not doing any damage. Um, there are some funny parts though. Still, even though Vegeta's at his max, still Goku, he's telling Goku, "Don't order me around," which I thought that was pretty funny. Vegeta being Vegeta. Um, but then basically we move towards number 17, taking on Toppo. Um, basically, 17 realizes, "Hey, I'm not gonna beat this guy because he has the upper hand on me, and when it comes to power." But 17 realizes, "Hey, there's about 6 minutes left in this tournament. If I could run out the clock, we win." So and then basically that's what the 18 realizes, and then she tells Curling in the game, "Hey, this is 17 knows he's not gonna win, but if he runs out of time, that's how he would win." But then Topo's like, "No, I need to end this right now." And they're kind of going back and forth. There was a wide shot of Topo and 17 doing their energy blast, and then we just see Frieza shoot Topo on the back, and that kind of reminded me of the Sao arc. Right in the end, when it was Sao versus Gohan, it looked like Sao was gonna beat Gohan, but Vegeta comes in and saves Gohan, and hits him from the back. Same thing with this episode. So there's a lot of go backs, definitely go backs in this episode. Um, so we see Frieza kind of throwing more energy, or I forget what the technique is called. But he can't kill. That's the technique he uses to kill, or damage, really damage. But Toppo's taking it, but slowly, like he's like, I'm going down. I can defeat both of these two. Um, he probably could, but the situation he is in right now, Toppo won't be able to last long. So we see Toppo like once 17's energy blast goes back into Toppo, and then Frieza hits Toppo with his blasts. Um, basically, it's like God damn, and Toppo just takes it big time, and it looks like for a second Toppo is out, but then Whis like, no, he's not out because he's not sitting in the chair. And then we just go back, and then Toppo, his eyes are like, you don't see the pupil in his eye anymore. It's kind of basically how he gets knocked out, how we see the Saiyans, how their eyes turn white. Basically anybody, I guess. The eyes are white, and the pupils are really like, um, not dilated, but they zoom out. Like you could tell, like they're knocked out. Excuse me. So this is how Toppo was. And then Frieza's all like, "You're trash. You deserve to be in the trash bin." Frieza being Frieza as he is, trash talker that he is. That was pretty funny. But then basically, Toppo starts getting up, and then Toppo was all like, "Justice, you work. it cannot happen anymore. And TOPPO finally ascends, guys. I'm calling it ascending to God of Destruction, which is odd though, because he's still a candidate. So I wonder who the other candidates are for God of Destruction. And if there is, why didn't they find this tournament? Why didn't we see some power? Um, I know some people might have a problem with that. I somewhat have a problem with that, but I don't really care too much to talk about it, if that makes any sense. But basically, we see TOPPO unlocking or tapping into God of Destruction power, and then we see the symbols. How we see Beerus and other gods, Choppa, Bramu. They all have that kind of like the triangle circles on them. We see TOPPO like those like what's the term I'm looking for? Some sort of like image like that's floating on him, not imprinted on him, but like it's showing that, hey, he's basically there already. So and it freezes are like, please, a god, like I've taken on gods before. And then when TOPPO unleashes Hakai energy, so that's one thing I know a lot of what's it called, discussion. And then what is Hakai? Like, is it basically energy that they release? Because that's not true. Because when Beerus fights, he's a god of destruction, and not all of his energy is Hakai energy. Um, I think it's just the aura. People are thinking it's Hakai energy. It's god of destruction energy. Basically, Hakai is destruction. So the move Hakai is different, but the energy that Hakai uses is similar to what TOPPO was using here. But of course, TOPPO realizes I can't kill you, because if I do, then I get disqualified. Um, but Frieza's all like, I could take this. I've done this before. I know how this energy is. And Frieza's all like, you're nothing. And he tries to block it. And he's all like, oh, shoot. Wait a minute. I blocked it last time. Why can't I block it this time? And then this TOPPO, like, is just like going crazy. Like, it's the energy that TOPPO is releasing. It's amazing. Like, we haven't really seen this kind of energy being released only in Hakai. So it's great to finally see. Not This is not even full power goddess destruction energy. This is TOPPO candidate power of destruction, god of destruction power. So that's interesting. And then we see this. I did like this, how there are benefits to having this energy around you, like an aura. Basically, if the moment is needed, or if you're in a moment that you're in crisis, your Hakai energy could basically dissolve any other energy, as we saw basically used by number 17 when he was shooting an energy blast at him, at TOPPO from the back. It was just going right through him like dust. I thought that was pretty amazing. I didn't know that could happen, so that was cool that they did this in here. And then we just see it a lot through this episode, and I like the consistency of it. Um, and then we just, yeah, so the consistency is one thing that I liked about this episode. Um, and then we just see 17's are like, damn, I don't know what to do. I need to find a weak spot for this guy. And he's just trying and trying. So he's testing. That's one thing I do like about 17. He's a analysis. He analyzes stuff. When he knows he's outpowered, he tries to find, as basically what this tournament is. It's not really the tournament of power, because everyone is basically limited. Because of course, if they unleash more energy, they could kill, but that's not they can't kill. So what 17 is trying to do is find a weak spot. Then again, we're talking about a candidate of the god of destruction. That does he have a weak spot in this form? We saw TOPPO in his base form having some trouble. Let's not forget about that. This is just when he's ascending now. That's where the issue is coming now. So we see they're going back and forth for a while, and it looks like for a moment that when TOPPO unleashes is gonna unleash the energy, the Hakai energy, or an energy blast to 17. Frieza throws him a rock. I thought that was kind of stupid but funny. Um, he's not like, I'm not done with you. He's like, you want to see destruction? I'll show you destruction. So Frieza unleashes his Planet Destroyer move, which, oh, and right before that, when we go back to Frieza, his he slams his tail, which is basically the basically same shot almost, guys. When Frieza got back up, when it was Goku and Piccolo in the Frieza arc when they were on Planet Namek, and Goku uses the Spirit Bomb on Frieza, but then he gets back up. That one shot, like his eyes, like one eye's closed, one eye's open, like he's pissed off, like excuse me, like how are they like damaging me? So, and he slaps his tail on the floor. I thought that was a cool resemblance, another throwback to early episodes and um different Dragon Ball Z moments. So, and then Toppo, guys, it's funny how Frieza's are like, I'll show you true destruction, and then Toppo's are like, what rubbish. Like that was pretty funny. And then we just see Toppo raise his hand a little bit, go a little ball, kind of like what Master Roshi did to release Vegeta from the bottle that he used months. Oh God, I forgot the name. The energy of the evil containment. That little ball of energy. Toppo does the same thing and just flicks it to Frieza's Planet Destroyer move. I don't know the name for that. And basically just destroys it, guys. It's amazing that that little small thing, that little small piece of energy destroyed something that is able to destroy a planet. That's crazy. And then Tobo's are like, I'm gonna end this now. And then I did like the graphics in this, the animation in this episode. Um, Towards the end, Toppo just looked amazing, guys. So when Toppo's going at Vegeta, Frieza, like it zooms in, Toppo looks pretty amazing, and then he just like goes boom uppercut right to Frieza, and then at this point, Frieza, even Golden Frieza, is nothing to Toppo as of right now. It's nothing. So Frieza's are like, oh, like he hits him good, and then Toppo's are like, I could destroy you, but I can't because then I will be disqualified. But then he just starts squeezing his head, and like, oh my god, like Toppo's like turning evil, not really evil, but like he's basically showing no mercy. Basically everything that we thought of Toppo's he's like, I'm leaving that. I'm done with that. I'm done with justice. I'm done with evil. It's all about survival now. And then Toppo is just squeezing the freaking life out of Frieza's little small head. And then like he just lets him go. I did like that angle when Frieza tips over, the camera tips over. And then basically it looks like Toppo is gonna kick him out, which he does kick him. Frieza's gonna knock out. But then 70 had just happens to say Frieza. Luckily, just enough to where Frieza is still able to be in balance, but he's knocked out at the moment. And again, little dumb remarks like, "Oh, my finger slipped." That was supposed to hit Toppo. Basically, how when Frieza and Goku met up a couple episodes back, when they were gathering for the Tournament of Power, he's like, "Oh, my hand slipped when they were fighting." I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, that's basically how this episode ends. We're gonna Toppo 17 has his work cut out for him. We'll be curious to know if we see Frieza again in episode 126, but it looks like we probably won't. It looks like Vegeta is gonna gonna lend a hand. So we didn't really see a lot of 18 in the previews. Maybe I could be wrong, but we might see some eliminations next episode. We don't know yet. But looks like Vegeta is joining the fight, and we're gonna see God of Destruction Toppo versus Frieza, Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan 2, whatever we're calling it right now. Yeah, I'm really curious to see about that one. That episode's gonna look looks like it's gonna be amazing. So yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think in this about this episode in the comment sections. Did you agree with me? Were there some things that you wanted to see that you didn't see? Did you didn't like some of the stuff that was in this episode? Let me know in the comment sections. I'll be curious to know what you guys think. But until then, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching this episode of my review of Dragon Ball Super episode 125, guys. As always, we will see you next time. Peace out, guys.